starters, live from Samsung NBA Summer League at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. The fans are back, and they're closer than ever.
This is real sound here. We're not piping this in. This is loud.
This is legit.
Steve, I can't hear you.
Starters fans are here. Is that Trey Kirby? I thought it was Trey Kirby. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm Jay Skeets, and alongside me, as always, Stats Mellis.
Summer League.
Nice. To his right, it's the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lee. Trey, back in Atlanta with his wife, Laura, who just gave birth to a second baby girl. Congrats to the Kirbys. Amazing stuff. Amazing time. There it is. There's the happy family.
There she is.
Ada Joy Kirby. That's a great photo. So congrats to Trey and Laura and the entire Kirby family. That's awesome. Great stuff. So
they're chanting Lakers.
I was really confused with whether
they're not chanting
That's
Trey.
good. We got a fun show lined up for you tonight because we got two guests.
Two guests.
Lakers #2 overall pick Brandon Ingram's going to join us, and #6 pick Buddy Hield. So we're going to have them both here live on the show. And we tend to get up to some fun when we have the guests, and we usually give them a cake. So we're definitely going to do
Two
that.
guests and a baby on our first night. What a great show.
And we had a wedgie today here at Summer League. We'll show you that a little bit later as well. Guys, NBA Summer League, notoriously full of cliches. So once again, we're going to police ourselves when it comes to the Summer League cliche.
Yeah, no cliches allowed.
If you say the cliche of the day, you get blasted with the silly string. A little different this year is I'm also in on this game. I don't know the word. We don't know the word. In fact, we're going to find out what that word is right now. Heads down, gentlemen.
Yeah,
no cheating.
No cheating.
Apparently someone in the stands or in the fans has got the sign, got the word. So here we go. Do we know the word? All right.
Okay, all right.
So,
Can't say it.
You say the cliche, you get blasted with the silly string.
All right.
So good
That's
luck.
tough.
Good luck to all. All right, guys. It's been so long since we've had a show, a week. A lot has changed in the NBA. The biggest news, of course, Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors. Yesterday, that became official. That contract finalized. Fans ain't happy. KD joining a 73-win team on a 2-year, $54.3 million deal. Got a player option after the first year. So let's break this down. We might be the last people on earth to actually talk about this big move. Little true or false, KD edition. I'm going to ask you guys a true or false question. You give me the true, you give me the false. Simple as that. First one. As you can hear, it's polarizing, this decision. So true or false, Durant took the easy way out by going to the Warriors.
That's false.
False.
That's too far. He fulfilled all his obligations in Oklahoma City. He fulfilled them very well. That town loved him. Obviously, they're in some pain right now.
Sure.
But this is all about winning.
Yeah.
It's what it is. And what this says to me is the Golden State Warriors have built something really, really special. That culture, that entire team, that organization. Kevin Durant picks up and says, I want to join that team. I understand that it's painful, but it's very similar to what LeBron did. He sees a better basketball opportunity. He sees guys he wants to play with, and he's going. Is it more fruitful? Would it be more fruitful if he won one in OKC rather than doing this? Sure, because that's where he grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the town that made him. But at the same time, I can't fault him. He didn't win 9 times.
Yeah.
He was obviously a part of the reason why they didn't win.
Yeah.
So 9 years, again, he fulfills obligations so well.
Do you agree with
It's
this, Lee?
unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think he forced his way out or anything like that. I think for Oklahoma City, the fact they didn't get anything in return probably hurts them as much, because if they were able to trade him, you would have got probably a good couple of draft picks and some good veteran players. But the fact that he left for nothing probably hurts them more than anything else. But I agree, Tats. He spent 9 years in Oklahoma City. They went to the finals once, nearly another couple of times. He won the MVP. He put them on the map. I think he did so much for that franchise in that city. As Sam Presti, the general manager, alluded to, I felt that it was within his right. If he wanted to go somewhere else, he could do that.
Is this a good play, I guess, for the NBA?
Yeah.
Durant going to form this sort of super team?
Yeah, long-term landscape,
yeah.
I think it's great for the league.
You think so? Because some people say, well, what's the point of having the regular season now? They're just going to walk away with it. People like parody. They say they do.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure I actually buy it.
Yeah, I agree.
They're now a villain.
Yeah,
The Golden
exactly.
State Warriors are straight up villain. I hope they embrace it. We know Draymond Green will.
They're sort of likable. They're likable villains, though, right?
You want to tune in to see.
Yeah, but they've been the golden child for a couple of years, and now a lot of fans are sort of turning on them because they've built this super duper team that are, favourites to win the championship already for next season.
Well, that's the next true or false question here. True or false? The Warriors have already won the title. There's no point to have the season.
Let's call it.
False. No, that is false, though. Even though they have they're clearly favourites going in. There's no doubt about that. But we thought this when LeBron went to Miami, that they were just going to walk the titles out there. Now, they got 2 out of 4, which is a great return, but they didn't win in their first year, which just shows that even though you've got superstar players, all-star and all-NBA players playing together, it still takes a little bit of time just to work out that chemistry. Also, every single night, every team in the league is going to give their best shot to the Warriors because everyone wants to dethrone them and say, even though you've stacked this team, we can still beat you. And in order to get Kevin Durant, it did cost the Warriors some of their depth. Now, I know every team would make that move to get Kevin Durant, of course you would, but they've lost a lot of their bench players. They lost 2 of their starting 5 members in Andrew Bogut and Harrison Barnes. They have replaced it. Some of those guys, Zaza Pachulia has come along there, David West is also there, but it will take still a little bit of time just to find that right chemistry.
Sure. Yeah, there'll be some rough spots at the beginning, but they recovered really well.
They did, yeah.
To get Zaza Pachulia for $2.9 million, Zach Lowe actually tweeted about this. He said executives around the league were more upset that they got Zaza Pachulia for $2.9 million rather than Kevin Durant. More upset about Zaza Pachulia because they filled out their starting 5 with a guy who can throw it down, who sets some mean picks. He doesn't do everything Bogut does.
Maybe not the rim protection, but he's still a good defender.
They recovered really well.
Absolutely. Well, let's look at this quickly from the Thunder's point of view. True or false? With Durant going to the Warriors, OKC now has to trade Russell Westbrook. You can't let him go for nothing as well.
I think that's false. Unless they know for sure that he's leaving. This is a superstar in Oklahoma City. Every time you trade a superstar, you lose that trade.
Right.
Oklahoma City isn't on top of free agents' destinations, their desired destinations. It's not. They've got a superstar. You try and make do with what you have. Unless you know he's going, I think you keep him.
I actually say it's true. I think they may as well cash in their chips on Westbrook now.
Really?
Because if they lose Durant one season for nothing and then Westbrook a following season for nothing, that's really going to set the franchise back. And I think Sam Presti is a proactive GM. I think he's going to look at this situation right now and think, you know what, maybe it's time to just rebuild this team and start again. And in order to do that, you can trade Westbrook right now. You've got a lot of value still there, whether it's draft picks, salary cap space, whatever it is. Maybe it's time to cash in now and decide, all right, we're going to have to start again.
Absolutely.
You said it's good for the league in terms of the NBA, the Warriors. It's also going to be really, really fun to watch Oklahoma City with Russell Westbrook running the show.
Throw out the line that Russell Westbrook is going to put up. I wonder, where do we even start? 30, 10, and 10 is in play.
It is in play for
with
sure.
This guy, if he plays the massive minutes that we would expect him to.
The 3 games that he plays against OKC. OKC's going to play against Golden State. Must watch.
I hope we get opening night and Christmas Day, those 2 teams. That'd be great to see them play, Warriors and Thunder.
Don't you know somebody at the NBA?
Oh, I'll have a word to someone, It's really only you that I know, so.
Are you at the NBA?
I can't do anything, so that's not going to happen. Good luck to you, though. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, but I'm with you, Lee. My sort of gut says that Westbrook, he will leave. I mean, I think he'll want to. We just got done saying Durant went to the Warriors because he wants a better chance at getting a ring. Yeah, the culture comes into play. It's a great team, obviously a great system that Kerr's got there, but he wants to win. Same with Westbrook.
And you just don't know how teams' salary cap space is going to open next year and positions are going to be there. Other guys are going to move around. Westbrook might just see an opportunity to go and win a title straight away in the following year.
We will sure. Lots more still to come here on the Starters Live at Summer League when we return. Number 6 pick, Buddy Hield, joins us live on set. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Starters. That man is not just on that piece of paper. He is here.
There he is.
Pelican shooting guard, Buddy Hield.
How you doing?
Buddy, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
How did it feel out there? Your first game, wearing the Pelicans uniform?
I felt different. I was, getting used to the pace of the game. Had a lot of great looks. Didn't put it down. But I'm glad I got to get this first game off my belt. And watch a lot of film and learn from my mistakes and attack the next one.
You got to be excited going into the season, playing with Anthony Davis.
Yes, sir.
A great opportunity to play.
Yes, sir.
Talk about what you're feeling like this summer going into to your first off season here.
I was feeling great. I have to get better a lot. Still learn from the guys, still learn from the coaching staff, learn from summer league games. the pace of the game is so quick. You know, we played Lakers today, and how athletic they were, and how tough to get around guys blocking shots. So there's things I got to work on to get better at the game, and I get guys like Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday I can learn from, and Anthony's a special talent, so I'm just can't wait to get this thing going.
Have you spoken with Anthony much?
Yes, for sure. I see him every day in the facility. He's always in the facility. He's a cool dude, man. He's a great guy.
Any goals? If you want to say that you're going to win Rookie of the Year, go right ahead.
I mean, as a competitor, that's what you want to compete for, no doubt. And but I have to get better. You know, I have to get better and keep pushing myself. You know, obviously today was not the best game you want to see from me, and I don't want to see for myself. But these games like this motivates me to be the best next game. So I'm not worrying about the game or how I turn out. I'm just glad to get off my belt. First game, this doesn't. Only thing is it helps me to get better and learn from. So I'm good.
When we knew you were coming on, we took to the internet, do our research. Sometimes we do a little bit of research on this show, but the problem with the internet, sometimes what you read isn't always true.
Right.
So we're glad you're here because we want to play a little segment that we call Fact Checking with Buddy Hield. I'm going to throw you some facts. You tell me if they're true, if they're lies.
And we're going to clean up the internet afterwards.
Yeah. We're going to take care of the internet here.
Okay, cool.
So the first fact I'm going to throw out at you here. You were named after a character on the sitcom for Married with Children.
Yes.
You're named after Bud, the son in Married with Children.
Yes, that's true.
That's amazing.
Ask my mom about it. It's not me. It's her fault. It's her fault.
And it's she said you resemble Bud, or is it your mannerisms?
Something. I don't know. Something.
It was before your time anyway, wasn't it?
Before I even know that.
So that is a fact.
Yes,
All right. Okay.
True.
All right, checks out.
You're a high school track and field star.
Yes.
Where'd you compete in?
A lot of mid-distance run. I was pretty good at what I was doing, 800 meters, 400 meters, but I just stopped because I fell in love with basketball.
Yeah. And it's in your family as well, right?
Yeah, track is in my family, Right. Everybody runs track in my family.
Okay, so that's correct as well. All right, third fact here. Your teammates at OU called you New Kobe.
No. They call me Buddy Fresh.
Buddy Fresh.
Okay. Okay.
Buddy Fresh. Okay, I feel like that's going to come up a little bit later.
For real?
So hang on to that. Yeah. Next fact, your favorite food is gummy bears.
Candy.
Yeah, just
candy
all
in general.
Candy. The candy family.
No, I love favorite candy is gummy bears, not my favorite food.
Not your favorite food.
Favorite candy. Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Conch salad, seafood, Bahamas. You guys
makes sense.
You gotta come to the Bahamas now. I'll show you what's up.
Yeah.
Deal.
Right.
Yeah. I love that.
Summer League in Bahamas next year, maybe?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
They should do that for real.
All right, next fact here, a few more for you. You hate roller coasters.
Yes.
Wow.
We made
that up.
We actually just made that up.
Yes, I hate them.
We guessed right.
I'm scary going on the road.
Did something happen though that made you scared of them? Or?
I just watch too much movies and see things happen, and every time I go around them, I just feel something bad gonna happen. So.
Imagination gets the best. All right, next fact here. You mentioned Buddy Fresh. You have 3 alter egos. Is that a fact?
Fact.
What are their names?
Buddy Fresh, Buddy Love, and Buddy Bucket.
Oh.
So Buddy Fresh, what's he all about?
That's when I go out.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
Buddy Love,
for the ladies.
Of course.
Buddy Buckets. Buddy Buckets.
Yeah, basketball court.
Just buckets.
Yeah, you're covering all 3 there.
There it is.
Next fact, you have no tattoos.
True.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, all right.
Another fact. Me too. Who cares about me? Next fact.
No, you're gonna get a tattoo.
At Summer League, for sure.
For sure.
Okay, next fact. You're a big fan of the HBO series Game of Thrones.
Yes, who told you?
The internet.
We do. Everybody's a fan of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
No, it's not on the internet.
It's not on the internet.
We just guessed.
Yeah, I like it. I've been watching. Actually, I've been watching it now. I'm on season 2 now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're playing catch up.
Yeah, I'm playing catch up.
Wow.
But when I'm on the road and stuff, I put on my phone. I gotta log in. I start watching on the airplane and stuff.
Oh, good thing. I was gonna say something about season 6.
Yeah,
don't tell anybody. Season 2 is good right now.
Okay, last fact for you. You hate spicy food.
I love spicy food.
Yeah,
See?
it's Bahamian blood, man. Yeah.
Bahamas, West Indies.
That's why we don't trust the internet.
Yeah,
all
don't
right.
trust the internet.
Thanks so much. Fact checking with Buddy Hield. We
Yeah.
got
a special gift for you here.
We give everyone a cake.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this cake.
Y'all want some? Yeah, give it to them. I like the
gummy bears on there
There
for
it
you. Here,
goes.
let's show it on there for the camera.
What's snacking
Got
on those
buckets on
gummy
there
bears?
for you.
Buddy Bucket.
Buddy
it is.
buckets.
Y'all want some cake for real?
Chuck it.
No.
Do it.
They would hate me. No.
Live a
He doesn't
little.
want to give up those
Chuck
gummy
it.
bears.
Chuck. Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
Do it!
Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
Throw it!
What a waste of great kick, buddy.
stuff, man.
Buddy,
Good
thanks
stuff.
so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, buddy.
And they're
Wow.
eating it.
Wow, they're
hungry.
eating it.
They're hungry.
It fell on the ground and they're eating it. Well done.
We got to
All
take a break.
That's all the time we have with Buddy Hield. But next, Brandon Ingram.
Hey, we just want to get
Number
a quick
2 pick
photo
joins us live on set. Stay tuned. You're watching the starters.
Welcome back to the starters live at Summer League here in Vegas. Yes, cake down already. Cake down already, Buddy Hield.
That's a first
Throwing it
in our Summer League
into
history.
The crowd. Well, we're joined now by the number 2 pick of the last draft, Lakers forward Brandon Ingram. Brandon, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thank you.
We really, really appreciate it. How's the Summer League experience gone so far? 1 game in the books. How'd you feel? What do you think?
It's going great. Win is always good,
Yep.
of course. But I think our point guard today, he made the game a lot easier for us today, so it was a great game.
Was it sort of, we heard Buddy Hield talk about how it's almost a bit of a shock, just sort of how faster it is, even just here at Summer League. Of course, it'll get even better, of course, when you get into the actual league. But was that the same for you? You saw that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the pace of the game changed. But of course, you get to dictate that a little bit, play at your own pace, and you make your teammates better by that.
Earlier in the show, we talked about Kevin Durant going to the Warriors. We know you're a Durant fan. I want to get your take on it. What did you think about KD's decision to go to the Bay?
I see he wants to win.
Right.
I think they're going to be a hard team to beat next year, but of course, it's going to be really competitive.
Absolutely, yeah. Bit of a shock for sure. When we knew you were coming on, as we did with Buddy, we did our homework, all right? Looked up some things about you. So we want to learn a little bit more, though, is the problem. So we're going to play a game called This or That, featuring Brandon Ingram. We're going to give you 2 things, and you're going to let us know which one you prefer. These aren't going to be easy, okay? You're smiling right now. These are not going to be easy.
Ready.
You won't be smiling long.
Yeah, all right. First one. This one's huge. Who's the GOAT, greatest of all time? MJ or Kobe? Yeah, see?
As a Laker, I'm going to say Kobe.
Hey, that's smart. He's a smart man.
He's a smart
He
kid.
knows he's going to see Kobe around the locker room like that, so it's a good thing to do.
Okay. Little different question here. Favorite emoji, the poop emoji or the flame emoji?
Flame.
Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That makes
just
sense.
we just wanted to say poop.
Yeah. Success. We did. All right. This one's a tough one, I think. Favorite rapper, Kanye or Kendrick?
Kanye.
Kanye. I like you put some thought into it, though.
Kanye.
Yeah. Okay. More accurate. Well, I guess I should set this one up. Again, we saw that you like to draw. You're a bit of an artist. But I believe we even have some photos that you've done of NBA players. Yeah, there's James Harden. So when did you do this?
About 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, that's better than I can do. There's Jimmy Butler. Uncanny, Brandon. Looks spot on. But we want to know which is the more accurate portrait of you. So we had Tass and Lee draw you, and you can decide. So Lee, let everyone see here.
What are you laughing at?
Okay.
Yeah, these weren't done by 5-year-old kids before the show.
Yeah,
This was me and Tass. Which one do you
What do you
like
think?
better?
I like this one.
I like the suit.
The
Yeah.
suit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like the suit.
Smart. This one.
That's
this one
Lily.
wins.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, Lee.
There it is. What do you think?
It's not bad. It's not bad, actually.
I even signed it. You can keep it if you want.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
Put it up on the wall.
Okay, let's keep it going here. Basketball movie, Space Jam or He Got Game?
Space Jam.
Go Space Jam. Go Space Jam. All right. Interesting. Social media platform, Instagram or Snapchat? Obviously, you use them both. Okay.
I gotta go Instagram.
Go on
Yeah.
Instagram.
I gotta go Instagram.
Why are you going
Yeah.
Instagram?
Find a lot of pretty people on Instagram.
It's true. Man,
They're
tell it like it
everywhere.
is.
That's a good answer. All right, superhero, Batman or Superman?
I gotta go Batman.
Going Batman. Wow. Okay. Did you see Batman versus Superman? Did you see that movie?
I haven't.
No. Don't waste your time. A couple more here. Workout. Harder part of the workout, cardio or weights?
Probably cardio.
Oh, yeah?
Cardio.
Really?
You're cool lifting weights, no problem?
I'm cool with it.
Yeah?
I'm cool with it.
Awesome.
It may not show, but I'm cool with it.
It takes time.
You can't see strength.
All right. And final one here. Fast food. In-N-Out Burger or Chick-fil-A?
I gotta go In-N-Out.
Going In-N-Out. There it is. Let's get this man his cake, Brandon. We can't thank you enough for coming on the show.
We give everyone a cake.
We give everyone a cake here on the
Don't throw this one into the crowd, though.
There it is. There it is. There. Look at that.
Oh, there it is. Los Angeles Cakers. Oh, boy. Not another cake.
Should I throw it?
Hey, man. It's your cake. It's your cake.
I think I need it.
Yeah. Brandon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Lely's very solid Summer League play. You're going to want to see this.
You don't have to take those if you don't want to.
Thank you.
Back with the starters. They're hype here at Summer League in Vegas, where we're officially underway. Day one in the books. Got to thank our two guests, both Buddy Hield and Brandon Ingram, for coming by. We had a cake casualty, but
it happens sometimes.
A lot of fun.
At least it didn't go into Tass's face this time.
That's absolutely right. I guess we didn't say the cliche of the day.
No, I guess not.
We avoided that. But Lee, let's get to the very solid play.
I'm very excited for tonight's solid play because for the first time ever, I've managed to get a free throw in as the solid play of the game. It comes from Rockets rookie Chinanu Onuaku. Look at this with the grandma.
Wow.
Beautiful. Not only is this a free throw, guys, watch what happens. It's a
swish ball.
There it is. That's what I call a very solid play.
Yes. That was fantastic. But there was one thing that was even better that happened on day one here at Summer League. Check this out.
Into the hands of Trey Freeman. Isaiah Taylor pushes it. McDaniels for three. Wedgie. Oh, the starters will be thrilled.
Matt Weiner, you are absolutely correct. We got a wedgie.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thumbs up even from the official. Great stuff.
What a start. All right, let's take a look at the Samsung NBA Summer League upcoming schedule. You see the action there. At the end of it all, we'll be right back here for night 2 of the starters. It's Summer League in Vegas.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you again tomorrow. And remember, cake tastes great even after it's on the floor.
Thanks to the night, people.